5 key shifts that I see, again, the difference between people who are dabbling with AI, stretching their service to being really confident in leading with AI. The first one really about prompting. So if you're just using a generic prompt, you typically get very generic outcome. The key principle, and some of you will have heard this, is that good prompting is just good delegation, meaning that if you would have to train a new employee on a certain type of work, on a workflow, on something that you were doing before, then you were delegating. If you give a very bad prompt, the output will be terrible as well. The second one is extension, which is the people that are really mastering AI. They're moving from using it every now and then for one particular purpose to, oh, now I see. Now that I'm doing all of these exercises and I'm basically being forced to implement AI, I now realized that there are so many more opportunities to use AI than I thought before. The really important thing is to actually start not so much with can the technology do or what can all the different tools do, start with the work. So this again is just delegation or automation where it starts with understanding what of your work AI is really good at doing. The third one is around, it's not just about doing the same things that you were already doing faster, but it's really expanding your capabilities. You can even create an AI avatar of yourself and then basically prompts yourself to say things that could be just like a short video. It could be a walkthrough of a deck. Now, again, these are things that you would really not think about as just your typical thing to do with AI, but they can be really powerful. Fourth big shift that I see when people move from getting introduced to AI to using it very proactively in the way that they lead, in the way that they work, is moving from just taking a platform or an AI tool off the shelf and tweaking it towards their own needs. So getting here to the point where it's not just about, again, I could use Grammarly to write better. I could use Otter to take notes on meetings. You can now create a GPT, which is sort of a customized version of ChatGPT. It's helping you with one particular task, which means that every single time you call them into your office or you call them to work to do a job, it already has been pre-prompted with all of the information it needs to do that job. And the final one, we get to the place where we are not just using AI as a tool where we are, constantly delegating and inputting and prompting. We finally have now an AI that can do the work for us. You also see this with tools like Lovable, can now with one prompt build an entire website or app. So another really big difference between using AI above the service or using it kind of like as a beginner stage to really letting AI execute.